In the shotgun formation, Hurts looks over the defense, shotgun snap, 5-man rush, blitzes on, pass. It's intercepted up the middle at the 20. Coming to the near side, 25. Then the players hit. The ball's yard free. Hurts picked it up. He loses the ball. The ball's rolling near sideline. Recovered at the 45. It looks like as they try to untangle the bodies, the Chargers have gotten the ball. Stopping the drive by Philadelphia. I think everybody touched that ball on that play, bouncing from one player to the next.
That's one of the craziest plays you'll ever see. One of the craziest plays we've ever seen. 3 turnovers on one play, 2 of them charged to Jalen Hurts. An interception and a lost fumble on the same damn play. Unbelievable. And I don't know if that summarizes the Eagles season. Is it a metaphor? I don't know. The end result, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the end of the game by now or read about it, the Chargers beat the Eagles 22-19 in overtime. But, Devin, apparently they've been tracking play-by-play statistics since 1978. That's the first time one player has ever had 2 turnovers on the same play, at least since 1978, some 9 years before you were even born.
And to think about, what was that, a few years ago or last year where Josh Allen had the completion, the fumble recovery, and the touchdown, and we all went crazy, and you thought of like, man, what an awesome play for a quarterback. We've seen Mariota throw the ball, get it deflected back at him, catch it and score a touchdown in a playoff game. But never did we imagine Jalen Hurts would be involved in a play where you throw an interception and we see the punch out and it's just like, Hurts, get the ball and go down. He gets it, he turns around like he's trying to get more yards. But I think what you said at the end was that was the Eagles' game last night. It was kind of their season overall. It was almost like once the ball was recovered, it was like, how did we get here? This looked easy. All right, we've seen this before. Defender catches the ball, and then he gets it punched out. And then Jalen Hurts gets it punched out. They don't capitalize and they don't finish. And that's what that play felt like, and that's what the game felt like overall.
And there's so much to talk about coming out of this one for both teams, what it means, how it happened, and whether or not the Eagles really can turn this thing around. Is it 2023 all over again? They've now lost 3 games in a row. The show, by the way, is PFT Live. Some mornings I remember to say it, some I don't. Almost forgot today. We are on Peacock, NBCSN, which is back, has been back for at least a month now. I don't know. During football season, time is a flat circle, yes, as they say. We're live on Sirius XM 85, Sky Sports NFL in prime time in the UK and in Ireland. Podcast, wherever you get your podcast. Also, NBC Sports Now. I think we have handled all of that business. He's Devin McCourty. I'm Mike Florio, and off we go. The PFT writers text thread, and I think we've all evolved in the use of our phones, especially in this business where we have like 25 different text threads that are employed at any given moment. But the the very exclusive group of ProFootballTalk.com writers, and it's kind of pathetic because we probably share 200 texts a day, and I'm not joking. That's not an exaggeration. It's probably an under-exaggeration, if anything. But someone suggested, as we tried to figure out whether we've ever seen something like this before, 2 turnovers in one play, the prime candidate for something like this was Brett Favre. But not even Brett Favre pulled off 2 turnovers in one play. No one, at least not since 1978, has managed to have 2 turnovers in one play. And if you can show the clip again of the play, here's a question to ask yourself, and it's kind of apples and oranges, but it's kind of not. If Jalen Hurts had the ball long enough to have possession of it and be charged with a fumble, how did Isaiah Likely not have the ball long enough to score a touchdown? And I know it's apples and oranges, but I think if you drill down on it, securing possession of a loose ball, there's probably some connective tissue But watch this. Okay, there's the interception, zone blitz, guy drops into coverage. He loses the ball. Hurts has it for just, a blink of an eye, Devin.
It is true. And I guess, and if you put all of it together coming off of that same game, you see that play, you see the possession that Aaron Rodgers had on the interception. And again, like you said, it's not, obviously it's a fumble recovery, it's not a completion, but every time a big call comes up, we watch the rest of everything the same way. And I think you hit it on the head. Like, yeah, I know it's a fumble recovery, so it doesn't really matter if he has possession or not. But, like, if that ball would have went out, I think that's the thing everyone would have wondered about. Like, does that count as possession? And it would have been possession that he had it and it got punched out and the ball would have went back to the Eagles if it went out of bounds. But that would have really caused a mess because of, like you said, the likely, and then also the Aaron Rodgers play where feels like he got the ball taken from him, but he did enough to secure having the ball and being down. Those plays are all so difficult, and I think especially now because we know you get assistance, you get help, whether that's a challenge, whether that's a scoring play, whether that's, replay assist. It's just so many resources that go into it. And at times it feels like we watch things that are the same get ruled differently in all these different games throughout the day. And I think it's, even as a player, you saw some of the big plays now being done and being together, watching all these plays as they're happening. And, switching the volume and going to this one, or people on social media seeing what different people are saying from the game, it just all feels like, well, damn, we just watched that 20 minutes ago in another game, and why is it ruled differently? So definitely it's difficult to watch and try to see how in any way is it possible that these plays are at all any different, but it continues to show up.
And, it's God, I lost my train of thought there. I had 5 different things I wanted to say. Regardless, 2 turnovers, 1 play. That's a save. Not a good one, but it's a save. And it is just one of the things that stands out. And, God, I almost had it back, and then I lost it again. You know what? You know what that means? That means I'm getting old, and I can't remember things anymore. That's what that means. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.